Hi there folks, welcome to Get Strumming. Now, I've had a special request to do the song Penny Lane by the Beatles for subscriber David Pratt. Thanks for the suggestion there, David, great song. And what I've done with it is I've transposed it up half a step from the key of B major to the key of C major, simply because the chords that we're going to be using in the C major key are a little bit easier than B major. You've got a few more bar chords to use in the key of B major. That's not to say there aren't any bar chords in this version, because there are one or two, but it is slightly easier to play in the key of C. So here we go. I'll just give you a little run through of the chorus so you can see how it should sound. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit and meanwhile back. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do, as I always do, for the beginners out there who may not be familiar with some of the chords, I'm going to show you which chords we're going to be using and how to play them. So if you already know how to play these chords, you might just want to skip over this next couple of minutes. Okay, so we're going to be using, to begin with, C major chord. So that's by using your third finger on the 3rd fret 1st string. Next up, we've got an F major, so use your 1st finger on the 1st fret 2nd string and 2nd finger 2nd fret 4th string. Next up, we've got this great little chord called a G sus4. So it's like a normal G chord, so I'll show you how to play the G chord first, because we're going to be using that. So to play the G, use your 1st finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, 2nd finger 2nd fret 1st string, and 3rd finger 3rd fret 2nd string. So that's a normal G. And to make it into a G sus4, you just add your little finger, your 4th finger, onto the 3rd fret 1st string. So you get this nice kind of fresh sounding chord, optimistic sounding chord, I always think. Next up, we've got a C minor. Now, the way that I'm playing this is by using the kind of top phalange, if you like, the top joint of your 3rd finger, to press down on the 3rd fret, 3rd, 2nd and 1st string, like so. So there we go. So that's a C minor. The next chord after that is a C minor 6. So you're going to leave your 3rd finger where it is and then reach over with your 1st finger to press down on the 2nd fret 4th string. And if you want, you can press your finger down on more than the 4th string, simply because this finger here is taking care of all these notes. So apart from this 4th string, all the other strings here are redundant by this finger. So just press down hard enough and you should get this chord. So that's a C minor 6. The next chord we've got is called a G sharp major 7. So it's basically like a G, but it's just on the next fret up. So use your 1st finger on the 3rd fret 3rd string, 2nd finger 3rd fret 1st string, and 3rd finger 4th fret 2nd string. And you can even play the open 4th string here, which gives it that kind of major 7 sound. Almost sounds a little bit kind of discordant, but believe me, it does actually work within this song. Okay, next up we've got a B flat. Again, as I mentioned before, there are one or two little bar chords here. So we've got our 1st finger on the 1st fret 1st and 2nd strings, 2nd finger 2nd fret 3rd string, and 3rd finger 3rd fret 4th string. So there's B flat. Next up, we're going to just lift up ever so slightly our 1st finger, so it's not pressing down on both strings. You're just pressing down on the 2nd string on the 1st fret, and you've got your B flat major 7. So essentially what you're doing is just leaving this top string here, this A string, to ring out. Then next up we've got an E flat, so use your 1st finger on the 1st fret 1st string, 2nd finger 3rd fret 3rd string, and 3rd finger 3rd fret 2nd string. Then last but not least, we've got C major 7, so you just use your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret 1st string. There we go, that's all the chords you need. Strumming wise, there's a couple of things you can do. Essentially, this song was recorded mainly on the piano. That's the kind of instruments that are brought out to the front. There are a little bit of bits of guitar work by John and George, but there's about 3 piano tracks. So what you're getting is this jing, 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 jing. So what you're going to do is kind of concentrate on the downstrokes. You can throw in a few upstrokes if you want. If you find it a little bit tricky to throw in the upstrokes, just keep it simple. Just down, 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 down. So I'll just give you an example by playing the chorus again. Penny Lane is in my... So if you notice there, I went down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So you can go down, 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 up, or you can just go down, 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 down. So down, 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 up, or down, 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 down. Either or is absolutely fine. Okay, let's start off with the main verse. So it starts off with a little anacrusis, which means that you don't start on the first word. You count in 1, 2, 3, penny, and then you start strumming on the C on the word lane. So here we go. Penny lane, there is a barber showing. Then we go to the F, photographs. Then you do a single strum on the G sus4, and then a single strum on the G of every, and then back to C. Eddie's had the pleasure to have, and then to C minor. No, and all the, now to C minor 6. People at command, now to G sharp major 7. Go, stop, and then G sus4. Say hello, then G sus4. Then 2 on G, on the, and now into the next verse again. So we go back to the C. On the corner is a banker with a, then to F, motorcar. 1 strum on G sus4, and then 1 strum on G, the little, and then back to C. Children left in behind is, then C minor, back, and the C minor 6. Banker never wears a G sharp major 7. Mac in the G sus4, pouring rain, then G, then now to F, very strange. Now we go into the chorus, which changes key slightly now. We go into B flat. So Penny Lane is in my, now B flat major 7. So lift up that first finger so you're not pressing down on both strings. Isn't in my, now to E flat. Eyes, ba 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 da, ba ba ba. Now to B flat. There beneath the B flat major 7. Blue suburban, now to E flat. Skies I sit, and now to G. Meanwhile back, and we're into the next verse, so don't forget to stop there. Meanwhile back, penny, and then to C. Lane, there is a fireman with an F, hourglass. G sus4, and G in his C. Pocket is a portrait of the C minor queen. He likes to C minor 6, keep his fire engine, G sharp major 7, clean. It's a G sus4, clean machine, G, G sus4, G. And now this is a little bit with the piccolo trumpet solo. So we're doing 4 strums on C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 strums on F, boom, boom, and then 1 on G sus4, 1 on G, and then 4 on C, Now C minor, bum, C minor 6, ba ba da ba ba, G sharp major 7, ba ba da, G sus 4, ba da da, G, and then 4 strums on F, 3 strums on F, bum, 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 bum. So just 3 strums on the F, bum, 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 penny, and then we're into the chorus, so we go back to the B flat. Penny Lane is in my B flat major 7, isn't in my, and then to E flat as ba 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 da ba ba ba. Now to B flat, 4 of, and then B flat major 7, fish and finger, E flat, pies in summer, and then G. Meanwhile, back behind. Now we're into the next verse. We go back to the C, behind her, then start strumming on the word shelter. Behind a shelter in the middle of the F roundabout. G sus 4 to G, the G pretty, and then to C. Nurse is selling poppies from a C minor tray. And though she, C minor 6, feels as if she's in a, then G sharp major 7, play. She is G sus 4, anyway to G, G sus 4 to G, penny, and then C. Lane the barber shaves another F customer, G sus 4, we G, C, the C, banker sitting waiting for a C minor trim, and the C minor 6, fireman rushes, G sharp major 7, in, from a G sus 4, pouring rain, G, then F, very strange, penny, and then we're back into the chorus again, so we go back to the B flat. Penny Lane is in my B flat major 7, isn't in my E flat eyes, B flat, there beneath the B flat major 7, blue suburban E flat, skies I sit and G, meanwhile back. Now, instead of going back to the B flat, we end on a real high by staying in the C, the key of C major, which is basically the key of the main verses. So we go to C now. Penny Lane is in my C major 7, is and in my F, I, ba, ba, ba. Then to C, there beneath the C major 7, blue suburban F, skies, da, 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 da. Penny Lane, and then finish on a C. And then Ringo's just doing a little stroke there on his hi-hat, or his ride cymbal, sorry. Yeah, so that is essentially how Penny Lane should go. So, okay, we've played the song, we've gone through it, bit by bit, dissecting each and every chord change. Let's have a go at playing it together now. Okay, then. So, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Penny Lane, there is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know, and all the people that come and go stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motorcar. The little children laugh at him behind his back, and the banker never wears a mac in the pouring rain. But very strange, Penny Lane is in my Penny Lane, there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is a portrait of the Queen. He likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. For a fish and finger pies in summer. Meanwhile, back behind the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, the pretty nurse is selling poppies from a tray. And though she feels as if she's in a play, she is anyway. Penny Lane, the barber shaves another customer. We see the banker sitting waiting for a trim. And then the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba. There beneath the blue suburban skies, da, 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 da. Penny Lane. There we go. What a beautiful song, eh? So there you go. Penny Lane, written in, I think it was probably the tail end of '66. I know it was just after John Lennon had recorded Strawberry Fields, and that was kind of McCartney's answer. Oh, you're going to do one about somewhere in Liverpool, so am I. And Penny Lane was actually a district in Liverpool, which is pretty close to where John and Paul lived. And indeed, if you ever get a chance to visit Liverpool, there is indeed a bus shelter, and there's a roundabout, and there's even the barbers. It's not called Bioletti anymore, but well, it might be actually. But the hairdressers is still there. I'm not sure if the bank is, but it might be. But if you ever get a chance to go to Liverpool, that's one of the places that you've got to go and visit and spot all these little places of interest that are mentioned in the song. Well, thanks very much for joining me. And if you've got any more song requests like David Pratt had, then just send me a message and I'll put a tutorial together as quickly as possible. Take care for now. Bye-bye.